Hello everyone, just a quick recap on this module. This module concentrated on filtering and querying the Excel table to provide instant results. We looked at 4 ways to do this, with each having its own strengths and drawbacks. The simplest approach was the filters and slicers, and that's in this sheet here. This approach can be time-consuming and awkward to use. The results can be summed up at the bottom of the table using the table total row here. And you can see here, using these criteria, that we have 74 records and the sums and totals are here at the bottom. But you'll realize that we have to scroll up and down to see this information, and the filters aren't obvious. So the slicers are providing half the filter here, but the order date here is also filtered. Although this is simple to use and simple to set up, it can be awkward and time consuming and annoying to use. The next thing we looked at then was the advanced filter. So the advanced filter combined with database functions is very useful when printing is required, as you can lay out the columns as you wish and the criteria being used are obvious. The only drawback is that the advanced filter must be run separately to the functions, so it is a two-step operation to obtain the results. And the advanced filter dialog box can be a little fiddly. Having said that, if we just look at the print layout here, we can see that for the advanced filter, you can lay the columns out in any order you wish. The criteria are obvious, and there's your results are obvious as well. And if you go down to the next page, you see all the detailed records. So that is very useful for printouts, especially when you have wide tables and they won't fit on a sheet and you don't need all the columns to be printed. The next sheet that we looked at, the next solution we looked at, was simply just using filters and promoting the totals to the top of the sheet. So using the table functions with slicers simply places these subtotals above the table, so they are always visible, and this is very good when only a single set of results is needed. And finally, using the SUMIF solution, we can break out the results and provide more detail. Again, they all provide the same results. 51,000 total and 74. This one 51,074. This one 51,074 here. And filters and slicers, you go down 51,074. So they all provide the same results using different methods. And as I say, they have different strengths and weaknesses each. So decide what you need to do. So think of what your output's going to be. Are you going to need to print it, in which case you probably want advanced filters? Do you want to break out the data, in which case you probably need to use SUMIFs? Do you just want to summarize data using slicers, in which case you want to use the subtotals? Just think about that and then you'll know. So you can use, of course, all three as we have here. That finishes this module. I'd say practice all of these and you'll have no problems summarizing and querying your data, and very, very handy for very quick reports. These are not reporting features, but they are very good for getting instant results out of your data with little pain. So thanks a lot and bye for now.